you're investing in life insurance when you practice martial arts because you're preparing for life-threatening situations. The odds of it happening, very slim, but just in case it does, at least you've repped it out and trained it out hundreds of thousands of times that you have some type of response that you've been working on.
You have that insurance.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is another week and another episode of the Budo Brothers podcast. I was doing something super frustrating and looking at life insurance.
Okay. Oh, I guess you're an adult now. You got to do those kind of things.
You know, like I was looking at this and I'm starting to look at my bills every month. I'm like, what is this thing coming out of my account? And you got mortgage insurance, you got life insurance. How much do you need? Do you need a term 10, universal life? Like all this crazy stuff, right? And it got me thinking that some of the best life insurance that anybody could partake in is martial arts.
True enough.
You're investing in life insurance when you practice martial arts because you're preparing for life-threatening situations. The odds of it happening, very slim, but just in case it does, at least you've repped it out and trained it out hundreds of thousands of times that you have some type of response that you've been working on.
You have that insurance.
Right?
And when is insurance the most expensive? When the hurricane is scheduled for next week and you're trying to buy hurricane insurance.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know, when the likelihood is low and you have the opportunity to train to protect the most important thing there is, your life, the life of your loved ones, to not take that opportunity to do that, to me, makes no sense.
Yes. And it's also, too, why we want people to get involved in martial arts at a young age, right? If you buy insurance and you're 80 years old, guaranteed your premium is going to be pretty crap.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you buy it when you're younger, it's lower. Now, if you extrapolate that to martial arts, if you train martial arts when your body's fluid and mobile and you can bounce and be slammed and you learn all these things, you're a sponge.
Cost isn't that high.
Yeah, you just pick it up and it's stuff that can stick with you and there's pieces that you'll remember until you die.
For your life.
For your life.
Yes.
And why wouldn't you want that? Why wouldn't you want to know how to throw a good jab or a good cross or
just
duck a punch?
Or just how to use your body.
Yeah.
Man, martial arts is the best instructor to set up the communication lines in our own bodies. To be able, the amount of shit that I'm impressed that I can do because I've learned how to move my body and have awareness that when I need my body to do something, I know that I can send the instructions and it'll do it. Man, you open up a cupboard, you catch some shit. You can balance on, you almost slipped, but you didn't. Yeah. Because you're agile. Everything is finely tuned. You have a high octane machine, and that's what martial arts does for the body.
Yep. And a jab, a cross, a hook, a front kick, a round kick. Those are things that every martial art teaches, right? At least some of those things.
Yeah. Or variation
of them. And there's stuff that we still practice to today.
Yeah.
Like if you could learn that at the beginning, at least you have some type of competence of a tool you could use to defend yourself, right? What to do when you're pushed, what to do if you're grabbed, what to do. Like you have at least some type of programming in your brain deep down where it's like, oh, I've been here before. This is how I should respond.
And it's fun.
Yes.
Now, not everyone finds it fun.
True.
Do
you think that has to do with the martial art they chose, or do you think it has to do that some people just don't like martial arts at all?
I don't know. Both. That's what I'm trying to hash out.
Yeah. If you're a super nerd and you're like an intellectual and you hate athletics and you hate all those things and then you go to a wrestling class, probably you're not going to like it.
But who knows?
But if you go try like a more gentle art to get you in the door, there's things in it and the history and the stuff you can start liking and learning about it that gets you into the door. The hardest part is getting in the door, and I do think you have to choose right because you don't want to go pick Muay Thai if you don't like getting hit.
Right.
For your first one.
Sure.
Right?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
If you're very scared to get smashed and you really don't like it and you know it's going to make you quit, start with another one.
Yeah. And I feel like there is there's something. I know I can't speak for everyone, but I can only speak about my own experience. Martial arts, it awakened something inside me. I don't know what it was, but it lit a flame that started bleeding over into other areas of my life.
I also think it's primal, right? We couldn't have been here if our ancestors didn't know martial arts.
Yeah.
Right? Like martial arts wasn't an option like thousands of years ago.
You were a man, you're protecting the tribe.
Yes, you had to have martial arts. Like you needed to fight.
Yeah.
You needed to defend.
Yeah.
You needed to do these things. Like there was no choice. And now, it's a hobby. It's a pastime. You don't have that expression unless you participate in martial arts. And it's part of the human expression. Like no matter who you are, instinctively, you know how to ball your hands into a fist and hit somebody, right? Now, how efficiently you do that depends on your training.
And martial arts is also a lifestyle.
Yes.
It is. Like there is so many lessons that I have learned from martial arts that I apply into my everyday life. And it has made me a powerful human.
And that's another good reason why it's life insurance is because it handles a lot of aspects outside of just like fighting, right? There's a mindset component. You learn to breathe. You learn to meditate in it. You learn to move your body. You learn to stretch. You learn how to heal. All of the top martial artists at some level know healing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you get into things like Jiao and meditation and acupuncture. Like those two fields are so closely related, healing and I guess destruction, right?
Right, yeah. You have to know the sword in order to stop the sword.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a solo sport, right? But I think that's why you can always participate in it. You can't just always go and be like, I want to play a game of tackle football.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's a section of your life where you can play tackle football, but it's pretty hard to play tackle football outside that. Where are you going to go find 30 guys to go play tackle football with like regularly?
Join a league.
Yeah, But martial arts can really adapt to wherever you're at in your life.
Yes.
Like, you could be 90 and still participate, and like you could be 6 and still do martial arts. There's something for everybody within it.
And you can literally, just like you go to the gym for a 30-minute elliptical, say, I need to go do some shadow boxing. Go work on your footwork. Go do some drills. Go swing a hanbo around. Go jump rope. Go move the body. And so much of martial arts is learning how to move your body.
Yes. And martial arts is like regular insurance. It only covers you up to a certain point. Right?
Yeah.
If your life insurance is void, if you're like, I'm going to do skydiving all the time, or like, there's these people that live
high risk shit.
High risk things. They're like, yeah, we're not insuring you.
Uninsurable.
Yeah. If you're a martial artist and you go get into bar fights and all those things, like, yeah, maybe your martial arts isn't going to back you up in those situations.
There's always going to be someone better than you.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a situation that you might not be able to get yourself out of, so you better just not get into the situation.
Right. I was on reality checks. There's a reality check with Jay Cooper we have on YouTube, and it's BJ Penn.
Okay.
And BJ Penn gets into a street fight with a drunk buddy, and it's like, hit me, hit me, hit me. And he gets stroked out. Like, BJ Penn is one of the pound-for-pound best UFC fighters of all time. Just got stroked out in a parking lot, like knocked unconscious by some, like, just regular guy.
Yeah.
So, like, ultimate elite martial artist, still in the wrong situation, alcohol involved, ego involved, still gets put out.
Right.
He later woke up and then beat the shit out of the guy. But
Right. I saw some comments. I was like, is that the full story? But that's the point.
Yeah.
He got into a situation that saw him get knocked out.
yeah. And he clearly got knocked out.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That ego will get you.
It does. It always does. That's everybody's battle, right? With a fight. And like the knife to the gunfight. We just posted a knife to a gunfight thing. There's people arguing over a stop sign. And the guy pulls out a knife. And the other guy pulls out a gun and then like goes up. So it's just like ego. If you can dampen your ego, that's some of the best life insurance too.
Oh, man. And there's no better way to dampen your ego than to get the shit kicked out of you in martial arts.
And man, everybody's ego goes on like steroids when they're in a car. Like you could have the littlest, tiniest person be like, cut you off like, yeah, I'll kill you.
What is that? What is road rage? Why is it that people get so triggered?
Well, I think it's because everybody knows somebody that's been in a serious accident, so that's always in the back of your mind, maybe. Mm-hmm. And the other thing is it's like the comment section on YouTube. You could say whatever you want and be as rough as you want because you're in this isolated place. Like on YouTube, you like see a video of Mike Tyson hitting the bag, like that guy sucks. I could take him.
Yeah.
You say that to Mike Tyson's face, different story.
Especially if you're on a plane.
Yeah. But like you cut somebody off, you're mad. Like you don't get. They're not hearing you. They're just like you're in a bubble.
Right. It's so weird. I can't remember where I heard this, but I was listening. One of the podcasts I was listening to was talking about when we drive, it's no different than when we were walking. And when you know how some of your most creative thoughts come when you're driving, or you have to look at everything. You're not just looking. Well, you have to look at the side of the road, who's coming, crossing. You have a wide awareness range. And when we're in this state, I can't remember who was saying this, but you're subconsciously looking for threats, like just on a biological. Like if you're out walking,
true,
there might be a panther, creeping around. So your awareness for threat detection is elevated when you're in that state, and it's just an awareness state. Mm-hmm. You can detect threats more. So when it's a space, it's our space. So when we're driving and someone fucks with your space, triggers our lizard brains. Like, and there's road rage.
Yeah. Or it's like the video with the two dogs barking at each other.
Yeah.
They open the fence and they don't do anything.
That happens. That's a good metaphor for the internet.
Yeah.
People that are barking up a storm, open the door and like, hey, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Oh, okay. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, man. But I think Budo Brothers Challenge.
If you're listening to this and you haven't trained in the last 30 days, it's time to go top up your insurance.
Nice.
Get back on the mats. I know you love martial arts, and life has somehow convinced you that you don't have time for it, and I'm here to tell you that that's a lie. Get back on the mats, get training, and protect that which you love.
Beautiful. I love it. Let's leave it there. Until next week.
Until next week.